My father was a combat veteran during the war. He was also in the Marine Corps. He was a crewman aboard the Huey helicopters. He was a door gunner and flew combat missions really right out of this beach. He was stationed right here, and they would go up and fly combat missions, every day. And so, growing up in the 80s and 90s, with a father who had gone through those experiences in the aftermath of that, which was a challenging time in America, it left a mark on me. And I watched him and his generation, his friends, struggle to deal with their experiences, and it was just a very challenging, very deep personal experience for our family, for many, many American families. And so my first time when I was here, kind of formally assigned here back in 2013, I invited him to come out. I bought the plane ticket, and I told my wife that we were going to buy this plane ticket, and he probably wouldn't get on the plane. I knew that there was a lot of, I don't know, a lot of emotion involved in something like that. But he did, Josh. He came over to Vietnam, and the one thing that he wanted to do was he wanted to find an orphanage that him and some of his Marines used to help. They would bring food and stuff from base, extra supplies, and just give it to the nuns. Probably a moment of humanity during the war. And so we found this orphanage. It's located just down the street still. And so he goes in, and after a little bit of getting to know each other, realizing who they were, this lady that he was talking to, all of a sudden it clicked for her, and she goes, "I still sleep on the bed that you guys brought 50 years ago. If it wasn't for the assistance of you and your Marines and what you did for us, we never would have been able to take care of the children." And so he starts crying, she's crying, I'm crying. My wife is trying to translate for all this bubbling goofs. But what I watched, Josh, was I watched 50 years of pain and guilt and emotion, 50 years come off his shoulders. And he, from that day, was just a changed man, was just fundamentally different.